guys? Up north this weekend. As you guys can see, got the dirts back on the bike. Right now I still do just have the turbo guard filter, but I actually brought up my it's a secondary screen that I use. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so this is the outerwear, and I'm actually going to throw this over the turbo guard filter because this is like a really fine mesh, so it'll prevent any small debris, even stuff as small as sand, from getting inside of here, because this is basically just like a window screen. It works for the most part, but I just want to be, you know, a little cautious. But I do have dirts on the bike, as you can see. Oops. New chain, dirts. First time I actually had it on dirt since the new setup. Even got the dash mounted. Nice and solid. So let me throw this on. I'm actually gonna go take it for a ride. Gloves on. Start this puppy up. See if this bad boy will crank. Cobby over there idling good. Gotta dial in that hot start a little bit more, but not too bad. Already warmed this up. Yeah, so no wonder that pull felt pretty good, but you guys can see 15.98 psi. Don't pay attention to the TPS and pedal position percentage because that, you know, I let off the throttle, but that was the peak boost at watt. So sketchy. This area for like tuning because I can literally just stay in it on every road and get nice clean pulls. I'm sure you guys can hear when I let off and the bike goes back into vacuum and then I like punch it again. Sometimes it'll break up a little bit, but that's honestly been like the most challenging part for fueling, but it's a lot better than it was. Initially is just getting the O2 correction down, and the correction percentage is down a lot from where it was originally because this thing wanted a bunch of fuel. So whatever power it's making right now, it's using about, I want to say about 130, 140 pounds of injector. So we'll be making some power. Originally I had a lot of problems with whenever I would do a coast down like this, when the bike would go into vacuum after doing the pull during coast down, is the engine would like to die or it would stall out. But I was recommended to basically turn up the spacer made for the clutch. Right here to space it out a little bit, because the way it works, it operates off centrifugal force. So basically, the higher the RPM, it has these lever arms with like bolts and nuts on them to basically simulate like weight. And basically, as the RPM increases, it throws those lever arms out and it contacts the clutch pressure plate, and it applies more pressure to the clutches so they can't slip. Converting to a drive-by-wire throttle body, man, you guys, if you rode this bike, you would be surprised. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference at all. Like, it's literally no latency at all. And like, the tunability with it is just out of this world. Like, I could literally have it set up to where 50% throttle on the actual like throttle assembly on the handlebars. I can have it to where the actual throttle body plate opens 100 degrees, so you can set up all these different calibrations for the throttle plate to pedal angle percentage. Fuel cut issue better, but I mean, honestly, they get used some improvement. But this thing is leaps and bounds better of when, you know, when I was first messing with it. So starts right back up though. So so this thing is definitely cutting its teeth. You can see the got debris all over the turbo and stuff, but yeah. What do a lot of people say online? They say I can't off-road this, right? Let's be nice now.
I'm sorry.
But man, this thing was pulling. I'm actually about to pull the log now and see. I think I might have hit like 15 pounds on that pull multiple times. That's the nice thing about coming up here and riding, because I could just literally stay in it. I can get nice clean pulls and I don't have to let off the throttle. So let me grab the laptop. First, I actually got to air up that tire because I definitely need air in it, and then go from there. Yeah, so no wonder that pull felt pretty good, but you guys can see 15.98 psi. Don't pay attention to the TPS and pedal position percentage, because that you know, I let off the throttle, but that was the peak boost. Yeah, so I'm in the back of the property right now. I actually tried to get over this area right here. I know you guys see a lot of water and it looks like a lake, which it definitely is right now, because we just got out of winter season. But it's a bridge right there that I was actually going to try to get across, but I don't know how deep this water is right now and I don't want to fall. But knowing me, my crazy ass will try to ride it through there, and if it's not too deep, I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. But man, this thing on dirt, I definitely remember why I did this now, even though it's insanely ignorant to ride something like this on dirt. You can see I got mud all over the turbo and stuff. I just shot up like 100-foot roost. Had to be. Yep. I gotten boost over there in the field right there. And this thing just, man, it sounds like a DSM when it comes up on boost. It's crazy. But yeah, but it feels good to be on knobbies again though. It's a little bit, to get used to again, because with the supermoto wheels, the bike sits so much lower. But man, this thing is, I'm in love with this thing again.